Welcome to Tallinn, an historical port city on the Baltic Sea, capital of Estonia, and your new home. We're looking down on Tallinn's Old Town, one of the world's best preserved medieval cities, and just a short walk from our new office, here in an area known as Rotomani.
It's a nice place next to the old town, where you have the old architecture, new architecture put together. Plus you have sea very close by, harbors, and all that you need. Shops, restaurants, salons, and cinema, everything is here. Here you also have very different kind of quality shops. If you need to buy brand clothes, you have brand shops over there in these buildings, and you can do shopping even during your lunch break.
Many of the streets and open spaces here are pedestrianised, and in summer they come to life with small cafes and restaurants spilling into the open air. And as you've seen, it's a very short distance to an even greater selection of entertainment in the old city.
So this is Viru Street, and here you can see our old gates to the old town, which existed already long time ago when Tallinn was marked in the map as a name of Reval. And this road leads you to the main square, where you have also the main buildings of medieval times. Let's go and see. So also we have fast food restaurants here. You can find Burger King and McDonald's, and as well we have a Finnish brand, Hesburger, here. Also you can find all the nightlife in Old Town. All the bars, pubs and nightclubs are situated mostly here. And where we are standing right now is the old medieval marketplace. In this building, the main merchants actually did their deals. So you can reach here from your office within few minutes only. And now we are heading to the old center square, where you have also the most important building, the church-like building, where in the medieval time all the important decisions were made. We have the main events happening here during Mother's Day, Father's Day, Independence Day. All the bigger holidays are also celebrated here. And in the Christmas time, we have a very nice Christmas market here, which is known all over the world because we have snow and Christmas lights. And here you can see several different restaurants where you can come during lunchtime or in the evening to have nice time, to sit outside, walk outside, eat. There you can also see we have a lot of many casinos around here. We have a supermarket where you can shop 24/7, and a gym as well, which is open 24/7, so you can always come here and train.
Let's take a look at a map of Tallinn to get our bearings. We've had a tour around the old town and seen how close it is to our office in Rotomani. Now let's move to the east of the city to look at the neighborhood of Lasnamäe.
Currently we are on the verge of Lasnamäe, where there is one very nice park where you can have picnics in the summer. But here you can also see the personality of Lasnamäe. You can see the new buildings that are rising everywhere, but there is also a lot of old Soviet time buildings which remind us from the old days. Now we are in the middle of the houses already, and here you can see how the old Soviet time houses look like. You can find here many different kind of apartments, from one-room studios up to 3 bedrooms apartments. These apartments are quite affordable. As you can see, we have the houses, and next to it we have kindergartens. Some of them are older, some of them are brand new and just built, and as well schools and shopping centers where you can buy everything necessary.
Now let's move to a neighbourhood in the west, on the coast, called Kalamaja.
In Kalamaja there is a lot of places where you have sea around. So now we came to see one area which is a new housing area where you have many new apartment buildings, and as well that kind of recreation nearby. You have parks, restaurants, even fashion shows happen here. In the summer in this area there is a lot of yachts and small boats. Many people who own them live there as well. So it's a nice place to spend beside the sea. We are in a place called Balti Jaam, which is the name of our train station. But this place has totally changed. But most of the area has been made as a relaxing area. There is a lot of old, but a lot of new as well. There are a lot of people just hanging here where they can, there are made places where you can sit, enjoy, eat out in the sun. Here it shows as well, very well, that we have My Fitness, which is a sports club right here. All kinds of market supplies, vegetables, handmade handcrafts, street food, local beer breweries, and local meat. And right next to the market area, you can see the housing nearby. Most of the houses here are wooden. Some of them are renovated, some of them are older. The area itself is more like hipster area. It's nice for people who like arts, who like to go outside, enjoy beach or weather or good food. And here it's all possible. So now we have reached Telliskivi, which is one part of Kalamaja, which is another district. And here in this district we have that kind of recreation area, or where we have a lot of cafes, restaurants, chill out places. So, and it's very that kind of grunge style. Here you can as well enjoy arts and all sorts of different local brands that have their shops here and do some shopping.
Finally, we're taking a look at another area close to the office, which is generally known as the city centre.
So now I have reached the city centre of Tallinn, which is 5 minutes away from Old Town. And here we have a lot of old houses where you can live, and as well skyscrapers which have really nice views if you want to live in city centre. As well, nearby you have all the shopping malls, cafes, restaurants, bars, schools, hospitals, whatever you need, as well offices. So you can comfortably commute to work by foot.
Because Tallinn is a relatively small city, walking or driving by car is a practical way to commute. Let's take a closer look at the transport options in this city, starting with a very convenient way of renting a car.
To rent a car, you need a CityBee app. And here on the map you can see which car is the closest to you. We have a car here, and I can book the car from the button book, and I can just open the car and go and ride. You can find the keys from the center, and don't forget to wear your seatbelt.
things, you can get a fine for that.
The major forms of public transport are by tram or bus, and incredibly, they operate free for residents. Visitors can use a variety of payment methods, including one-hour tickets paid for by contactless cards and traditional period fare cards, which have to be validated on entering the vehicle. As well as local buses, coaches on international routes to European and Russian cities leave from the main bus terminal close to the city centre. The main train station is in Balti Yan.
As you can see, we have the train station over there, where you can see our new trains, which all look the same and are orange. And you can as well commute with them for free inside Tallinn if you are a Tallinn citizen.
But with so many traffic-free areas, walking or cycling or other human-powered vehicles are extremely popular means of transport. To get a better idea of the type of properties to rent in Tallinn, let's take a quick look around a cross-section, starting here, a short walk from the office. This is a one-bedroom apartment on the 5th floor of an older residential building. The furniture may be somewhat dated, but it's quite spacious for the location. There's a kitchen, living room and shower room. These older buildings from the communist era are unlikely to have an elevator. This newly built house is typical of the more modern developments that have sprung up around Tallinn. With an outdoor terrace, modern furniture and a fully fitted kitchen. A downstairs shower room with sauna. And upstairs, 3 bedrooms and a second shower room. This type of development is a short commute by car to the centre. Finally, a modern apartment here on the coast, a short distance from the city centre by bus or car. With a view over the sea, this one-bedroom apartment has views from most rooms. And yet again, it also boasts a sauna. If you have children, there are several schooling options according to your budget. At one end of the spectrum are private international schools that teach international curricula, often in English or French. State schools are free for residents, and pupils are given priority if they live close by in the school's catchment area. There are 40 Estonian language schools and 25 Russian language schools, including this one. So, as we have seen, Tallinn is a city with a long history and a distinctive culture preserved in its old town centre, but also a technological hub, a city that is modernising fast, large enough to offer choice, but not too large to overwhelm you.